women are capable, as men are capable. Capacity doesn't go with sex.
What men can do and women can do it even better. I'm Zamda Musabe, a student in Mount Kenya University, Kigali, doing Bachelor in Mass Media and Communication. The topic of my documentary is the challenge faced by the women journalists in Rwanda. The main objective of this topic is to examine the challenge faced by the women journalists in Rwanda and to look for the mechanism which can be used to promote the women journalists in Rwanda. Nowadays in Rwanda, gender balance is on high level because women and men are treated the same. What men can do and women can do it even better. Here in Rwanda, we have development in all angles. And also in the media, we have good media house. But we have few women journalists who are doing journalism as professional journalists. The case study of my documentary is Radio TV10. Radio TV10 is the first private media house which was started here in Rwanda. Radio TV10 is more likely for all people because it has news story in sports, news, and entertainment. In this documentary, I talked to women journalists at Radio TV10 who do different angles in news story, and the leaders. They told us the challenge they was faced in media house and the mechanism which can be helped others to use and promote professional women journalists in Rwanda. I may let you guys watch their views on their challenge they faced as the women journalists and the mechanism it can be used to promote women journalists in Rwanda.
Murakoze, nitwa Muragije Maria Juventine, umunyamakuru wa Radio 10 na TV10 mu gisata cy'amakuru n'ibiganiro.
Juventine Muragije Maria, and I'm journalist of Radio and TV10 in the Department of News. It's my 6th year doing journalism. I have worked in different media houses like Radio Ishingiro, City Radio, and Radio TV10, where I work now. Apart from challenge, there are good things that I've got in media as women. My self-confidence, especially when you work in the Department of News, where you do political news, it needs to be a sharp woman who has information, who can explain things clearly. The challenge I have faced in it, working on stories that requires to do it during night. Sometimes it's not easy to explain it to the parents or husband that you are going to look for a story at night. For example, now I'm a mother, I have a baby, so leaving that small baby and go to work on story, it's another challenge that I met with. And there are many journalists who think that we as women, we are weak, and also think that we are not capable of doing things. And sometimes they don't give us time to show what we can and showcasing our talents. And this challenge as women journalists in Rwanda, we hide it. I started doing a radio show. It was a simple and funny. But when I started doing reporting, it was really hard for me. Going to ask a leader and approach him so that I can get an interview, it was so hard. I had a lot of fear to approach ministers, governors, mayors, but slow by slow I became the best. After I got a chance to report on presidential stories, it was a really great experience that I've got by reporting 2018 presidential campaign from morning up to night non-stop. This helped me to think with I can tell other women journalists we are able of doing everything. Please don't give up. It's hard but requires times. My motivation where I grew up, I wanted to show that we as women, we can do everything, and that's what always motivates me and put me to become a good women journalist. Thank you so much.
Nitwa Rigoga Ruth ndi umunyamakuru w'imikino kuri radio na TV10 hanyuma
I'm called Ligoga Ruth, a sport journalist at Radio TV10. I have experience of 9 years doing sport journalist. I have worked at different media houses like Sango Star, Ket FM, and Radio TV10 where I work today. Talking about the challenge faced by the women journalists in Rwanda, for me it was very hard. Maybe it's because I have started this when I was young, and also I was the first women journalist who was doing sport journalism. That time there was few members of media house, and also there was few sport journalists. First challenge I faced was many people was not understand that there is a woman who can do a sport journalist. Even my workmate would not understand that I could go to the field and bring a good report, except my boss. Other people don't believe in me because what I remember, there is one of my colleagues who was ignored me and withdraw me in my work and give it to another member because he was thinking I'm not able and I will not bring anything in the work, and I was keep quiet. This make me feel shy, but I keep going on. The field, all men, even journalists, they just want to seduce me. Other asking me for relationship, but because I really know what I want, I keep moving on, fighting with all these challenges. I would like to encourage media house to believe in women, to showcase their talent. So encourage other women journalists to join sport journalists because it's like other journalism we know. What I can tell my fellow women journalists is to have self-confidence and being strong because they will be up and down. Thank you.
I'm Bagirisha Jean de Dieu, the managing director of Radio and TV10. So now, I guess nowadays the women in Rwanda are the less challenged, but from the historical background, there are some small remains of the historical based challenges. You know, the Rwanda of our ancestors, that was the conception of our ancestors. But in today's Rwanda, that's out of question. Women are sufficiently empowered, like men are or have always been. But we don't have any different support from the support we give to men. For us here, our concern is believing they are all the same. Okay? They are all the same. Within the management team over here, I think you have 3 women. Among the journalists and the reporters, they are almost equal. In terms of work, we don't have a work that is reserved for men or for women. They are all equal. it's just a matter of applying. You do some test or job-related tests. Whoever is the winner, regardless of the sex. For us, it's okay. It's a matter of what you can do. We don't need that 30% of the parliament or the constitution, or 30%. No. Here they should even be 70%. They should be 100%. There is no problem. It's a matter of who can do the job the best way. For my fellow media institutions managers, women are capable, as men are capable. Capacity doesn't go with the sex. Capacity doesn't go with the whatever you might think. Those who still have those beliefs, they are behind. This one is not for them. That's what I could tell them. You just consider men as women.
As you have seen, the main point was to analyze the challenge that was faced by women journalists in Rwanda and to examine the mechanism that can be used to promote professional journalists in Rwanda. As women, we are able and we have power to do everything like a man. As a women journalist, we have to be strong and to do everything. Don't give up easily. And I would like to encourage the leaders of media house and even the government to encourage the women journalists and support them in order to increase the number of the women journalists here in Rwanda. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching my documentary. Ciao, ciao.